weeks. Presented by TVFCU Mortgage. Register today at mymix1041.com.
This Mix TV interview is supplied by Wholesale Supply Group. Visit us online at wholesalesupply.us.
Talk 101.3 The Buzz. We're also on mixtv.tv. We're joined now by Senator Marsha Blackburn. Senator, good morning.
Good morning to you. Good to be with you.
Well, thank you so much for joining us. I just want to dive right in here. You know, yesterday the biggest, leaders of tech were in Washington for a closed-door session with Senate Majority Leader Schumer, and then met with about 60 senators. What did you make of this session yesterday, Senator?
I thought it was a solid informational session. You know, we have some members who are not that familiar with artificial intelligence, and we know that we've lived with this technology for years. You use it in auto assist, autocorrect, you use it in voice assist, you use it in facial recognition. So it is not a new technology. It did explode on the scenes to the awareness and attention of most of us back in November with ChatGPT. And Tennessee, because of our presence in quantum computing and the work that is being done at Oak Ridge and the financial advancements, this is a technology we have used for years. But for members who that don't come from states where it is widely used, like it is in Tennessee, then this was a good introductory session, and it was great for them to hear from people who were CEOs of different companies who are developing this technology for next generation applications, to get that understanding of why they think it is important for the federal government to move forward on online consumer privacy, why you should be able to put those firewalls in place, why you need to have guardrails, why you don't need to have government investment in this right now because you've got so much private sector investment, why you don't need to have to get a license to innovate in the AI space. So it was a good, healthy discussion. And for those of us in Tennessee, we see AI used in healthcare, with predictive diagnoses, with disease analysis. We see it used in online payment systems. We see it used in the military. And much of the work that is being done over at ORNL and as we're working on hypersonics and at Arnold Engineering, we see it used in payment systems. All of these things are important to us. And then you look at hubs that are focusing on quantum and AI, like Chattanooga, and the ability to pull some of these bright minds and these innovative companies into our state, because we do have a history in it.
We're joined by Senator Marsha Blackburn live from Washington. Two things. Number one, it seems that these so-called titans of tech yesterday calling for self-regulation, calling for government regulation, which is interesting. But the other question I would have for you is, did anything really concern you that you heard coming out of the closed door and the open session?
No, and bear in mind, we've been having committee hearings on AI. And on Tuesday, both the Commerce Subcommittee, where I'm the top Republican, Consumer Protection Data Security, we had an AI hearing, and at the same time, Judiciary Committee, our subcommittee, had an AI hearing. So this is work that has been going on at the committee level. Like I said, yesterday's session was a way for Senator Schumer to pull together heads of different companies and invite the entire body of the U.S. Senate to hear what these guys who are working in tech, what they had to say.
Can you confirm or deny that Elon Musk and Zuckerberg got into a fist fight in the parking lot? Can you confirm or deny that, Senator?
I don't think they did.
Okay. Well, the cage match hasn't happened yet. Anyway, well, let's move on here, and I just want to get your reaction to Speaker of the House Kevin McCarthy. Basically calling for the impeachment and the investigation of the impeachment of the president.
And this is appropriate. It's an appropriate next step. And what we know is the House needs to preserve their subpoena power as they investigate Biden Incorporated, Hunter Biden, the president's participation, and as they work to see what the connections were between the then vice president and Hunter and these global business deals that were taking place. So Speaker McCarthy made the right step.
Okay. All right. Also, I just want to also get your reaction. Yesterday in the New York Times, one of the president's friends of over 40 years, David Ingenitis, I believe is how you say that, one of the columnists for the Times, actually he penned a column yesterday calling on President Biden to withdraw and saying that he should not run. He's too old, basically. What do you make of that?
Well, I think what you're seeing from the Democratic side, and I've had no direct conversations with Democrats on the president's age, but what you're beginning to see slip out in the media are calls from many in the media saying that the president needs to step aside. I think that it's because people see him fumble and stumble, and I can't recall where he is or dates or times or places, and he's struggling with that. And I think it's just difficult for many people to see that. They know that our world leaders are seeing that, and they know that it matters.
We're joined by Senator Marsha Blackburn live from Washington, and then, on the other side of it, a man who you are help leading the contingent in this state for the election of former President Trump. What just your reaction to as far as the ongoing indictments, and then just the announcement from Georgia yesterday as far as the trial down there?
We're going to see how that plays out. That's something that we have no insight into. We'll see what Georgia is going to end up doing. Of course, like many people, most of these charges are things that are political in nature. You look at the fact that they considered indicting Lindsey Graham. Lindsey was chairman of the Senate Judiciary Committee.
It's tough to say this early.
He had called the election supervisors, the secretaries of state in each of the states where they had contested results, and whether it was Pennsylvania or Arizona or Georgia, and talked to them on a basis to see what they had to say about what had happened with their election process. And then they're talking about they considered indicting him for doing his job. So you have to look at it this way, and that the left does not like President Trump. They've never liked President Trump. They've been after him since day one. You look at the two tiers of justice that has played out. Hillary Clinton cooked up a Russia hoax that was put in place by her campaign team. They paid for it out of campaign funds, and nothing has happened to any of them. Nothing happened to any of her staff that destroyed cell phones and computers and destroyed emails with BleachBit. And then you look at the fact that they've gone after President Trump and the gentleman that serves him as a personal aide, and they've also gone after the janitor at Mar-a-Lago. Yeah. And people say, hey, wait a minute, this is not consistent. And what we want to see is one form of justice, equal justice for all, and that's not what they're seeing in these charges.
Senator Marsha Blackburn, hey, we've got 1 minute. Your staff is telling me, you've toured 95, or you're continuing your 95 county tour. How has it gone thus far?
Well, it's gone great, and we have finished it. We've been in all 95 counties in the state so far this year. We have a fantastic field team, and we work hard. I have met with local elected officials and law enforcement and citizens and teachers and small business owners in each of our 95 counties this year. And, you know, Steve, we get the best information and ideas for legislation, and we find out how to best help our communities by being on the ground in these communities every year.
Finally, can you confirm or deny that you can play a mean banjo? Is that true or is that fake news?
That would be fake news.
What?
I don't play the banjo.
I heard you could play the banjo. Is that not right?
I don't play the banjo. No.
I heard that Taylor Swift was considering bringing you on stage. Is that not true? Come on, Senator.
Well, I would have to go take some banjo playing lessons.
Well, I tell you what, you, me, and Steve Martin. How about it? Let's do it.
I love it.
All right. So, hey,
good.
Senator, thanks so much for your time.
You got it. Bye-bye.
Thanks again.
What?
What do you want? What do you want?
Why?
What do you want? I will tell the person who texts me that I worked in banjo. That's fine. It's okay. Oh, it's just a U.S. Senator. What does she care? And then our staff's emailing me, we got to go. We got to go. Anyway. All right.
Oh, goodness.
All right. I do respond to challenges. It is 13 minutes after 8 a.m. All right. I tell you what, guys, let's get serious once again here. We have Cleveland City Schools, and you probably know this by now. Hopefully everyone knows this by now. Cleveland City Schools out. The entire system is shut down today.